Today I'm going to be breaking down 4 different tufting guns, what they do, and who they're for. Now this video is probably going to save you a lot of headaches and a lot of money. So let's jump right in. This is the original tufting gun, and this is the one that people normally get to start their tufting journey. I also started with it as well. So with that being said, it's like the Toyota Camry of tufting. It is not fancy, but it will get the job done reliably. Now, for what it's worth, it's pretty good for not only being cheap, reliable, but at the same time, this gun allowed me to learn the ins and outs of tufting. Pressure consistency, line stability, and all of that. But I think it's pretty good for a beginner. Anyway, here's the pros. Affordable, easy to repair and replace parts, lightweight, and great for learning the fundamentals. And now here's the cons. Not the smoothest running motor. It gets very loud when it even gets slightly old. Sometimes it could even be new and still super loud. Then it can also struggle with yarn, and the vibrations sometimes make detailing a little harder. Now, when people want to upgrade their tufting experience from the standard tufting gun, this is the one that they go for. This is the AKV Tufting Gun. This is often used for more precise line work, and it's just a little bit more professional. Now, here's the pros. A smoother motor. It is significantly quieter than the standard tufting gun. It has better control and sharper details, handles more types of yarn, sizes of the ply, and it's durable for longer sessions. The cons? It's heavier than the standard tufting gun, higher price, slight learning curve, requires more maintenance. If the standard tufting gun is like a Toyota Camry, then that is more like a Lexus, where it is more reliable or just as reliable. It is quieter and it's just more refined. If you want to sell rugs and you want to step up your game, I think that is the next upgrade that should be on your list for your tufting setup. Now let's talk about the Tuft Love Daddy Longlegs, the high pile beast. Now this thing is in a completely separate category, but for a very good reason. It's not really used for the average tufting experience. It's actually used for high pile 3D sculpted rugs, fluffy textures, and a depth-based art. Now the pros, it can create pile heights way taller than the standard tufting gun. It's perfect for sculpting and carving, makes rugs instantly feel premium, luxurious, and it's great for texture-heavy designs. Now the cons. It is significantly heavier than the other tufting guns, not ideal for tight, detailed work, and it uses more yarn, a lot more yarn. This is a bigger version of the tufting gun, but it's more specialized. So if your style is more texture, fur, clouds, and carvings, then I suggest this. But for everyday rugs, it's overkill. Now last but certainly not least, the Clawlabs Tufting Gun. Now, this is probably the most modern out of all 4. It is pretty refined, but it is comparable to the standard tufting gun. And there's a couple of reasons why I say that, but I will argue that it is better than the standard tufting gun. Now it is slower than the standard tufting gun, but it's not super slow to the point where you can't work. It is actually pretty fast. Then on top of that, the safety features compared to the standard tufting gun, I mean, it's there. You're not gonna hurt your hand on a gear, or you're not gonna get your hair stuck in a gear. You're not gonna have the yarn stuck in a gear. So it is pretty safe on that end. And on top of that, it is one-handed. You do kind of have to get used to it, but it works just as fine as the standard tufting gun. Now it is also pretty precise with the lines. I would say it's just as accurate or more accurate than the standard tufting gun. It comes with a cap to put on top of this when you're finished, and it is lightweight. I mean, the fact that you can use this with one hand and pluck out things with another or do whatever, I mean, just having this hand down, it is nicer. You can still turn with one hand and get curves in there. For the pros, it's very smooth, clean cuts, minimal vibration, which means it is significantly quieter than the standard tufting gun. Great balance and ergonomics, feels more premium and sturdy, and fast and consistent. So, and modernized, honestly. So it's just a lot more safe, all in all. Now for the cons, it's harder to find replacement parts, and it is also much more expensive than the standard tufting gun. So altogether, I think for a beginner, the Clawlabs tufting gun, even though it's more expensive, it is significantly better, especially if you're in an apartment or have a baby or have, kids, a dog or a cat or something. You want those closed-in gears. You want things to be safer, and it's quieter. So I would probably spend more money to also neighbors. We all have them. They sometimes suck, and would I rather have a quieter tufting gun? Yeah. So that's all I'm going to say. Now for pricing. The standard tufting gun normally goes anywhere from $60 to $100 on the internet. Now you can buy it from Amazon, which I recommend. You can buy it from eBay or other websites as well. Then you have the AKV Tufting Gun, which normally goes anywhere from $250 to $300. Wait, I know, that's a crazy price, but hold on. I was able to get mine for $150. Now I know that's double the price of the standard tufting gun, but to have a way better tufting gun for double the price, I would pay for the AKV over and over and over again if I had to. That is incredible. That gun is incredible. So I was able to get it for $150 off of Alibaba. Now the thing is that it is originally $80, but I paid for shipping and import taxes, so that came to $150 total. The people that are manufacturing it, the team that is working behind that, are fantastic. I've spoken to them. They make sure that everything is in the box. They make sure that everything is working before shipping it out to you. They are awesome, so I really appreciate that. I'll put the link in the description as well. So standard tufting gun, $60 to $100, and then the AKV, $150 if you go through Alibaba, or you could buy it on other websites for $250 or $300. Now this is literally the same thing, so don't get fooled. It's the same exact thing. Then we have the Daddy Longlegs, which comes from Tuft Love. It is around $225. I don't know about shipping, whether or not you have to pay for that. Now for the Clawlabs tufting gun, that is $250, I believe, and I don't know if that's included with shipping. Now that price compared to the AKV is pretty much the same, $250, $300-ish, and I would suggest, if you want safety, if you're in an apartment and you're a beginner, I suggest the Clawlabs tufting gun. But if you want to go on the business side of things, I would recommend getting the AKV tufting gun, because, I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible, especially if you get it cheaper. If you get it cheaper, it's so much better. I could not believe I found it for $150. Actually, I was recommended on Reddit by someone. I can't remember his name, but he recommended it to me, and he sent me the link. So, hey, I appreciate you. I'm shouting you out. Yeah, thank you. Now here is the tufting test. This is the lowest setting. This is the fastest. Here is the AKV lowest setting. Here is the AKV highest setting. Here's the Daddy Longlegs slowest setting. Here is the fastest setting. Here is the Clawlabs lowest setting. Here is the Clawlabs fastest setting. All right, well, I hope all that information helped you guys out with either getting an upgrade on your tufting setup, or if you're a beginner and you're looking to buy your first tufting gun. I hope this video helped. And if it did, please click that like button and subscribe for more content. Maybe even leave a comment under the video. That'd be helpful. I will see you guys next time. Oh, whoa! Hey, yo!